Yeah, we are now.
Perfect. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. We are live. This is Grant, and my name is Grant, and this is Mario.
Hello.
We're live from the HubSpot Super Admin Community. Today, we're going to go over FinHub. Have you gotten access to FinHub yet? No, you have not, because it does not exist.
Only
uh,
the privileged one have.
only the privilege. So this is a concept Mario came up with, and so we're gonna chat through today the idea of a fin hub, a finance hub, what that means, and why it's even in our lexicon, Mario.
Yeah.
Why is this even a thing we're talking about? Like, there's just so many updates and things changing and going on that it just seems like that's a direction. So we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that's true. So
Uh,
just on concept base.
yeah, it's a concept that we're all dealing with. So those of you watching online, we are live on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So hello to everyone in the Hubverse out there. We do have comments running, and so if you see, we can respond back. Hey there. So if you come up with a concept or say something that you're curious about, you can go into Discord and you can watch us live. You can come on with us live. We're live in Discord. Mario, I need to say that. I need to start there. We're live in Discord.
Yeah.
And, right, go to Discord. That's where we're actually talking. And then we're streaming out to LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So you can send us a message if we pique your interest or we go over something that you want to weigh in on. Please do so. We are here to have the conversation. So we have our Miro open. That's what you're looking at now, and some concept ideas.
Yes.
Before we get started, we have to say thank you to Nicole. Thank you, Nicole, for letting us borrow Mario for the hour. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, Mario, you tell us about FinHub.
Yeah, so FinHub is was something I stated in a LinkedIn post some days ago, or yeah, I think it's some weeks ago, because HubSpot was releasing their invoices object with the Quickbooks integration, and those kind of people who work with HubSpot know, and that's not a HubSpot blame, but it's true. The finance integration is not the strongest part of HubSpot these days. So when you, for example, like to have data in like invoices, payment status, delivery statuses, and some data which normally comes out of an ERP system, this is nothing which is out of the box for HubSpot. So normally when I do projects, a CM integration, a RevOps setup, and something like this, so the ERP is one of the core central parts of a HubSpot CM integration. And always this is something which is difficult, because we always have to try, okay, how to integrate this ERP data with the CRM data. Do we need, for example, a customer data platform or a data warehouse between them, where we synchronize the data, or which data objects do we need really in HubSpot? Because HubSpot as a CRM system really should be a 360-degree view on the customer. And when I am a sales rep or an account executive, I need data or information like, has the customer paid the invoices? Or is there an invoice open? Have we banned the customer from delivering or buying some stuff because he hasn't paid the bills? Or, for example, is there
Right.
what is the financial status of the customer? Some
The
things like
status.
this.
Right. Because it's not just here's a payment. There's all these,
Yeah.
like, if you're just trying to pay with a credit card, you can go to a gas station or supermarket and you can pay. If you go to a website, you can pay. But there are so many other things wrapped around it
Yeah.
that is our job as RevOps experts.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
to
just
give an
true.
example, I'm working with, for example, manufacturing or companies in the industry. Where the manufacturing machines or automotive industry, and normally there is not like a okay, we buy some parts from you. So it's more like a big project, and normally the offering is so complex that you have parts and part numbers and
Right.
construction plans behind it, and this goes from the ERP system to the manufacturing or production management system, so the PIM or production information system,
Right.
how you call it, there are different terms for it,
Yeah, yeah.
and normally one of the how should I say the obvious but difficult things for reps in this kind of industries is where will we send this machine to the customer? So the customer is asking, what is the status of delivery? So what is the status of manufacturing, for
Yeah,
example?
right.
And this is some data which isn't out of the box in HubSpot or in the ERP or in the CRM system, because it lies in the production or manufacturing system, or also in the ERP system there.
Right, right.
And
And
so
especially in manufacturing, from planning your
yeah.
line, your industrial engineers who are planning the line. Well, now then they build a system that maps the line and the raw materials from start to finish. That maps up to a project. Of course, then that project should map into your RevOps.
Yes.
I'm with you.
One important thing I would like to mention is I don't think that HubSpot should become the next ERP system. I don't think so,
Mm,
because ERP is a quite, how should I say, really extreme big competence with many objects. And I don't think that with a FinHub, we will be there. So I think that the FinHub for HubSpot shouldn't be an ERP replacement. It just should be a hub where I can import and work with the data which is
mm.
coming from my data warehouse, from my ERP system, and also maybe from my production information system, from my PIM system there.
Because it kind of
So
does. I mean, they're acting that way. We all know they don't want to be the everything. They want everything to connect to it, the one source of truth.
yeah,
So
that's
you
true.
like
Oh,
connect to it, right?
yeah,
Connect to it, so then you can work with it.
yeah.
So you can work with the data, right? Then you can make associations. Then you can, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You can whatever, right?
Yeah, that's true. And also something like so normally behind when we go a little bit away from SaaS, where you have a infinite amount of products you can sell, and we go more into something which needs resources, you have a supply chain behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And so normally when for example an account executive sits on the table with the customer, and the customer, for example, orders or would like to order a big amount of stuff, what else? So some steel things or some wood things, or also some plastic stuff. In these times, in the optimal scenario, the sales guy should say, okay, we have now. I'm looking into my CRM system now. When I create this HubSpot proposal, for example, we have a proposed delivery time coming automatically out of our ERP system for 6 weeks or 12 weeks or 3 weeks or
Right.
something like this. So
Agreed. Delivery times. It makes complete sense because we're already tracking that in our project management. Well, now I want that. Right. It's so funny to try and repeat because it's just so simple and it makes sense. The way you say it is that's all that needs to be said.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, And tell my customers for years. So when HubSpot was coming out with the flywheel,
Yeah.
so I really loved it, but for me one part was missing. So I know that's in terms of the HubSpot product strategy, but finance finance is a key element of RevOps, is a key element of customer experience. So when you suck in finance, it's the same like when you suck in sales. So it's you can really destroy a customer experience with suck in finance. So,
Yeah.
for example, when you send payment reminders out and the customer has already paid the invoice, or I don't know if you just need 6 weeks to give the customer status of a contract or what else, something like this. So there are many scenarios where we need a direct integration of finance. So
Yep.
sales and finance, they are really both strong connected. So not so much marketing, but yeah.
Because then if you're at any given stage in the project management, if the project management system is pulling in the finance, when you extend a timeline, there should be a number, a dollar amount number associated with
Yes.
that extension. So it's almost
For
like
sure.
if I'm doing a proposal on a new time in my calendar, even though we have a time set, proposing that new time, there should be a dollar amount associated, negative or positive, or zero. And then so same thing if I'm going to extend the hours of these workers, or if the time expected is longer or shorter.
That's true. Yeah. So
That'd be amazing.
everything. So it's all kind of resource stuff. So it's so ERP is called enterprise resource planning, and we only so I called it FinHub, but it doesn't start with the or it doesn't end with the purchase to pay process. So it is something we really strongly need. And HubSpot Payments is going there, and I think I strongly believe. So I have no proof to say this, but I strongly strongly believe.
Unofficial. This is not coming. We're not releasing anything. If you're listening, HubSpot, we didn't hack in. We don't know.
but I strongly believe that finance will be the next thing. So it's for me it's obvious. There, but I think it doesn't stop there. So finance, when you talk about invoices and you talk about money transfer, and so it's really the next thing, but it's not the end. So really, we really need this kind of resource part in HubSpot. And my problem personally, for example, is that I'm really running out of custom objects in many portals because we need so many. We need so many data in HubSpot to deliver this 360-degree view of a customer that there's a problem with the limitation of custom objects.
It's interesting that you say that. I'd run in the same thing with custom objects. And then sometimes I'll have, since multiple portals are open, then it's like, well, in this portal, I have custom objects coming out my ears. And then over here, I'm trying to do the same thing. And I have to remember, this portal doesn't have that many available.
Yeah. That's true. And one thing which is also when you see at the current state of HubSpot proposals and also HubSpot payments, it's always like you can tackle two scenarios. So one is direct pay and purchase, and the other thing is. Like something like a SaaS subscription model where you have fixed amount of monthly invoices, for example.
We call that recurring, right?
Yeah, recurring revenue. Yeah, but that's not the whole world. So, for example, you have frame contracts where you buy or the customer buys 200 person days, and then and he signs this contract, and you deliver month per month per month per month. Or, for example, maybe you have a frame contract for some resources or products. So you say, okay, the customer signs a 5 million euros contract for the next 2 years and for 2,000 units of a product, and then you have to track, okay, how many products has he already sucked out of this frame contract?
Yeah, right.
Something
Because
like
there's
this.
one contract, but then it's either over time or over material.
Yeah,
So you have to deplete. You have to
yeah.
create a bucket and then deplete from it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's and as I am working normally with, how should I say, more the complex kind of customers, also with complex scenarios, not in person, not to get it wrong. You have such scenarios there, and one thing you really have to say, and I really love HubSpot, but the products really suck at this kind of stage. Why? You don't have have the ability to have multiple price lists in multiple currencies in multiple countries, something like this.
Right.
So when you are a small company with a fixed product set, so for example, me, I have about I don't know 30 products in my HubSpot CRM system, so HubSpot Audit, blah 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 blah. It's fine. So but when you're on big scale, you, for example, need a different price list with every currency, or you need, you have a partner system, for example, and you need different prices for different tiers of partners. For example, I don't know, a tier 1 partner gets more discount normally than a tier 3 partner, something like this. And you
That makes
can
so much
build
sense.
this.
You're right.
You can build these solutions with HubSpot, but it's always like, I don't know, building some Frankenstein system
Right.
around HubSpot.
Right. It's not that you can't, it's that it's not part of what already is happening.
Yeah,
And we already know that is already happening.
yeah,
And with your custom objects idea, I part of how I understand HubSpot's business direction to be is for them to do the core things. So you don't really need all of these custom objects because we kind of just do it, and then you integrate with some other, you integrate like the systems you need that they're not going to do the core of. Where
yeah,
things like you're talking about with these products, you shouldn't need to create a custom object. They they would just have them natively as core properties to
yeah,
make sure you can do recurring products, long-term contracts. You can make sure you can get the commissions on the sales side. You can track the commissions, not just the tracking on the actual production. How do we even get the sale? And then track commissions back once they I mean, even okay, so it's that too on either side. So I just thought of what we're talking about is like the core. Well, on the
yeah,
front end and the back end, how are we tracking through? But then also when they sign back up or they sign another contract at year 4 and year 6, that needs
yeah.
to be tracked back to who the original salesperson
Yes.
was.
Yes, and also try to do something like a commission system for partners out of HubSpot. It's something where I really broke my fingers in trying to doing workflows. It's so hard because what I think what's really need to improve a lot. So I think I'm ramping out. It sounds today as I'm have much critics on HubSpot.
Yeah.
It's not, but I just
We're on the
just
edge. This is
some
the edge. We want it better.
yeah, it's the edge. Yeah, yeah. What really need to improve is the calculation system in HubSpot. I need to have to make calculations on every point. So, example, just try to for example. Do stuff like you have one field with the total contract value, and for each product which is added, reduce the total contract value for such an amount of euros or dollars. It's possible, but you need 2 additional custom fields, for example, to just copy and paste with a Frankenstein workflow that this process is automatic. And I think there is something like where we need really need more like this custom script base, which is
Yeah.
really great. But my problem is often that I can't tackle the stuff I would need through the APIs there. So it's always like, okay, maybe this is the way. Oh no, okay, that's not working. Oh, maybe this is the way. Oh no, that's not working either.
So have you
yeah.
explored data sets as of yet?
Yeah.
And is that
Yeah, so for me, data sets really tackles 2 problems. For example, one problem is that I can reduce or reduce the friction out of report building for the business guys. So that's one thing I use them for. The other thing with data sets is this calculation stuff works better, but not in that term you need really for when you, how should I say, I'm just thinking how to explain it. It's not that powerful that you can tackle these tasks.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not powerful enough.
Yeah, it's not that you say, okay, that's for example, wow, okay, I can do any time of calculation and field transfer and blah blah blah, and one, for example, thing I have a problem with is I would need history, a really extreme field history. So, for example, when you have the subscriptions to email marketing emails, you can go into the field and see, okay, when he has opted in, when he's opted out with the timestamps. You get the 2 in an overall change log of each field. Right. But I would like to add, okay, so this is a calculation field, and for each step, I need a change log when this calculation has been changed.
Right.
Because
you need the history. You need to be able to access the history so that you can run a calculation on when things have and haven't happened.
Yeah,
that makes sense. So like data sets I think for data sets, the tiering where you have a level of subscription, it would allow you to create a price list based on a tier, but still you would need to reference that new list you made in its own property, which doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. Or for example, you want to assure that one specific sales rep can only use one price list for one customer because he's in this specific region with this specific kind of tiering or something like this.
That's great. Say that again. So there's one rep can only
one rep
access one price list
for one specific customer record or partner record or
for one specific. I'm really zooming out. But then also maybe I'm thinking geographically too. Then maybe the reps who exist in a certain area only even get access to certain products.
Yeah, also this is kind of possible, yeah. So, and this is also something, okay, my rant goes on today. Tomorrow, nobody at HubSpot speaks with me again. The stock system. So, which products are in stock and out of stock? So, I tried, it's hard. So to manage this, it is in HubSpot. And this is also, I hope, sorry.
The inventory.
Yeah, the inventory. Yeah, and I hope that this, for example, the FinHub will have there, for example, something like a warehouse system. So not that it is the warehouse system itself. So but it has everything set up so you can use the data which is pushed from a warehouse system to HubSpot. And so you see, also something like I have customer, which is really based on the resource oil. So it's not that good, but yeah, it is as it is.
Yeah, right.
And he needs to know exactly when the next delivery from his supplier is coming in. So because the sales guy needs this to know, because when he needs to know, he can say, okay, in 3 days or in 6 days, we can deliver you with more products. And yeah. So
Understood.
also something like this. When will be the next? Because in a warehouse management system, you only have you not only have when it's in stock, but also when will that be the next charge? Or I don't know I think it's charge or the next kind of
The
product
shipment?
add. So when shipment. Yes, thank you. Shipment was the term
When
I
you'll
was
stock
looking for. Yeah.
stock in plus yeah, like stock in plus shipment.
Yeah.
When are they scheduled? When did it arrive? So
Yeah.
hey, the salesman can go in and say, we only have 3 in right now. It's scheduled actually for tomorrow. We'll be at 10, so I can have them ship it out to you because you need 6. And then once
Yeah.
that does hit, so they can do that one-on-one while they're with a customer. But then once it does hit, maybe we can trigger the salesperson to, hey, they came in, great, they fired off, and then they can now update, all right, the things I said were going to happen, happened.
Yeah.
The things that I said I would do for you, I have done, right? And now you're just empowering your reps.
Or when you have transactional emails, for example, so the add-on, you can send automatic info mails to your customers, and that's so when something is in stock, out of stock, or when it will be next in stock again, something like this. So it really turns. I think or I hope that people who are listening right now get an idea of how important finance and the whole everything behind it is for our CRM.
It's going to be so great, Mario, because we're not going to need humans anymore. I mean, everyone can just go home. HubSpot's going to do it all automatically for you. It's going to work.
Yeah.
You don't have to do any work inside of it. It'll automatically do everything perfectly. Mario, at launch, we made this joke about on April Fool's because it was April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
So. You remember?
At least you need the HubSpot admin, so we are safe.
So. At least need the admins. Someone needs to build it all.
So yeah, and that's really how should I say? I think HubSpot shouldn't be trying to be the next ERP system because I think this train is too far away. So and when I have how should I say? I have watched some SAP integration projects from the second line. So as a CRM responsible guy, and I don't want to be there as an admin because it's such a pain in the ass for many customers. So ERP integration there, but yeah, you need it.
You're right. It don't become an ERP. There's things that are already doing great, and there are already these great integrations. Like HubSpot's so good at making the endpoints available, and they're updating endpoints to make them better. Then there's the activity stream that you can bump into, and so you can track what's happening outside and make sure that you can have visibility inside HubSpot.
Yeah. And they are adding ERP systems to their integration pool. But for example, I found a customer who has Udo CRM, so UDW ERP, sorry, not CRM, ERP, Udo ERP system, and I was really like, okay, there's an integration, and like contacts, deals, companies. Okay, yeah, cool. So that's kind of
no. We put it in board view so you can move it between lists. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that's cool. I really love the kind of two-way integration for from the Ops Hub. For example, I use as a one-man show. I use Airtable as my ERP system. I really how should I say, it's my crazy Frankenstein system, which does everything, time tracking, project management, invoices, or everything. And I use this integration between HubSpot and my ERP system every day. And the cool thing is that, for example, you can create an Airtable entry in any Airtable database from a HubSpot workflow, and that's my killer feature. So I
Oh,
can there is anything, and I can say, okay, create a new line or update an Airtable line, for example.
right.
And so this is I live in the HubSpot workflows, but I can trigger data in my ERP system. Uh, and and then Airtable has also something like an workflow engine where you can, and scripting, and so I'm optimizing most of the stuff I have.
You're also building a mobile app where the back end is Airtable and all the data flows from Airtable.
Yeah, they have something new which is called interfaces, where it's going into this direction. So building I should say better user interfaces for other people's. But I'm the admin, so I don't need the less complex user interface. I like to have everything in details. Yeah.
That whole keyboard, did you track that keyboard rollout? I think it was yesterday on the mobile app, on HubSpot Mobile.
Yeah.
Adding the global keyboard, you get access to snippets, I think it is, and quotes.
Yeah, but
What else? Meeting links, documents, quotes, and snippets.
But to be honest, to be honest, this keyboard is out, I think, half a year or something like this.
Right,
So
right.
they just featured it now, and that's some crazy thing I always have with HubSpot. I use this kind of stuff every day because for me this is really key, because putting something like data privacy out of sight. But I've customers who write me with WhatsApp or Apple message, iMessage, I think it's called,
Right.
or what else, Signal and so on. And I
Signal,
can
right.
use all stuff from HubSpot in every app, so I can send them a meeting booking link through WhatsApp. And I think that's really great for I teach that all the account executives and sales reps I'm teaching Sales Up to use that, and really to have everything on every kind of channel. So if customer said, okay, where's the last proposal in WhatsApp? So just send him the proposal link in WhatsApp. So that's really great. Yeah.
I think the FinHub would definitely have some of the financing properties that we're talking about that might be linked to project management, that might be linked to, like we were talking about in the warehouse. The FinHub would totally have in the mobile app's keyboard a couple properties, a payments link, not just a quote, but maybe a payments link, or maybe an update of quantity, right?
That's
It would
true.
have some of these things where
So-
I just want to, yeah, for your sales reps, they're probably texting people. It's just the way that we communicate. And so having
Yeah.
some of these, man, they really created an iceberg where they've surfaced these really potent, really dense pieces where there's this whole big back end behind it, but it allows me to just text message.
Yeah. Do you want to know one additional feature? I really hope that it's in FinHub. It's auto creation of proposals out of HubSpot. I
Auto
really would
creation of the proposal
proposals
itself.
out of HubSpot. I don't
more.
know why. Yeah. It would be so nice. So just to have, for example, even a HubSpot form for a product request, for example, or and then the customer fills the form out and gets automatically, as a transactional email, the link to an auto-generated proposal. So I don't know. For example, I have some entry products. For example, a portal audit or a strategy workshop for HubSpot or a RevOps strategy workshop. And why do I need to manually create this kind of proposal every time in HubSpot again and again and again? So I would like to say, dear Mr. Customer, when you like to buy a workshop from me, go to this form, fill it out, you get automatic proposal, you can automatically sign it, pay it, and then you get the link, another
Right.
email with my meeting link to book the next time for the workshop, for example. And
Upon
proposals.
submission, or maybe we've
Yeah,
had 3 meetings, or maybe I have a particular meeting link that is like a demo. So then
yeah,
after a demo meeting has ended, then just generate
yeah,
that proposal and send it to them.
yeah. And this and auto generated. This is the real
The
key.
key.
Or
Yeah, yeah.
for example, maybe just be a little bit, how should I say, just be a little bit sneaky and send out a proposal to some customers for something like an advertisement and say, so now we have our blah 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 discounted by 50%. Here's the offer. You can directly sign it if you like. So just create a marketing email with a link to a custom proposal. You send automated generated custom proposal to the customer, something like this, and say, okay, this is our this yeah this is our how should I say, this is our special discount. This is our special feature. If you want to buy it, go here and directly sign it, and you're fine.
So
Maybe
what
pay it with.
you've identified a customer and they've done some actions or filled out a
Yeah.
form or hit a certain page, and so that's going to
Yeah.
trigger a type of proposal and the information that's inside of it and some sort of discount, all of which you've
Yeah.
already outlined.
Yeah, yeah. Why not?
I love it.
This is true custom experience. For example, I bought a pool, and there are some pool cleaning offerings, for example, and maybe they sent me an offer and say, okay, when you buy in the next 48 hour, the pool cleaning is 30% discounted,
Right.
and here in this link is the proposal, and you can sign it, and then it's already bought. So, and not, okay, I have to write it back or fill out the form or blah blah blah. So it really puts friction into the cycle. So
Right.
why not say,
Don't send me a proposal of an offer. Don't send me a coupon for 30% I have to go redeem. Send me the
yeah,
proposal of 30% off.
yeah, with my
Send,
data, with everything, and just have to say, okay, pay.
I've
That's,
bought a pool and I'll need supplies and I'll need services. That we know that you'll need supplies every month. All right,
yeah,
let's get you on a subscription plan. So here's an offer for 30% off if you buy today on our subscription plan for all the supplies we already know you need because we know what pool you bought. And then
yeah.
in a year, because we know at a year and a half, 2 years, there seems to be some issue with the liner. Sometimes the pumps go out. Sometimes the screen over top gets torn at a year and a half to 2 years.
Yeah.
We know at a year we're going to send you a maintenance service plan because those things are going to start coming up.
Yeah.
No, Mario,
For example,
I think we should manually do that. I don't know. That should be manual. We should have to spend our time doing that. No, it should just auto create. You're right. You're right.
for example, I have another customer which is doing predictive maintenance. So he has an own SaaS app, so software app, where some machine code statuses are all, sent to them. So they really know how many machine hours this thing is running, how many problems this thing has, and so on and so on and so on. And why not, after 3 times of a problem, send them automatically a proposal for a monthly checkup or a quarterly checkup or everything what the customer needs. And so
Right.
so you get the
Right.
data out of the own SaaS app into HubSpot, and have a workflow which says, okay, when this is more than 3 times in a certain amount of time, then create a proposal, send it to the customer, and looks if the customer is buying it.
It makes so much sense. And the best sales and the best advertisements are the things you need. You know, when you have a
Yeah,
need and someone has qualified you well enough to offer you something you actually do need, it's not a sale now. It's just you meeting the needs that you have. And that's what things like
yeah,
this remind me of, Mario, is I'm not
yeah.
mad at a billboard that tells me about something I need. I'm annoyed
No,
when it's something I don't.
yeah, you won't catch every fish, but yeah, I really have done I really, how should I say it, Frankenstein a transactional email in HubSpot that looked like an offer there, but the problem is you can't offer it in HubSpot. So there is the break. So when
It
you
doesn't come
can
through the
yeah,
HubSpot quotes.
no, so
Are you using
so it's
PandaDoc? What are you?
Yeah, in this kind of scenario, we're using PandaDoc. Yeah, or there's some other thing. I can't recall it right now, but it's an output management software. So it creates PDFs, so out of data. So, but I don't think that HubSpot should need something like this. So to have a third party thing. So document
Right,
creation out of,
right.
so I really love the custom proposals. So I was one of the beta guys. So I've tested them out before, and I really was like, they will come, they will come. And I like that they tackled both. So they made a GUI where everybody really needs no know-how to create this custom proposal, and
Yeah,
then they also made the custom modules where you can build everything.
they're
And
nice.
why not
They're nice.
why not doing this, for example, with what's the English word for when somebody orders something and you give an order confirmation? I think it's called, or in
Transactional
English.
email.
Yeah, when you
Transactional
say, okay, thank you for your order, we confirm that that you have taken this order, and blah 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 blah. And
confirmation email.
yeah,
Yeah,
like a confirmation.
like a
Why not having this as a second thing, like proposals? So I was really rocking the proposals, but the next question was, okay, when I can get my, or when I can create my own document template. So for confirmation, for this and that. So this and that, because normally um, the in many companies, the ERP systems are very manual. So I see scenarios where people buy click robots. So these are something
right.
like they click through a process, a manual process. So they have a laptop beside them who is automizing a manual process, because you can't automate the process natively in the ERP system. So it's cool, but it's completely crazy for me. So like, okay,
It's
you can't,
crazy.
yeah, you can't natively automate it. So you automate human behavior.
Right,
So it's
right,
so like with click, or enter some data in the fields,
right.
and I think HubSpot has there a great opportunity to become, how to say, the extension of such an ERP system.
The transactions
There.
make so much sense, Mario. Like, just there's a thing that's happening, and then we need to do that after. This needs to happen after in tasks. And I think of workflows. They already have this great system for when this happens, do that. And so enabling those transactional emails to go out because it's coming from a proposal or because it's
Yeah,
coming from a payment. It,
yeah,
we already know that the trigger, in the case where the trigger is the customer has done something, then we know that what's coming next is a transactional email based on that thing. The
yeah. It's true.
workflow can give us that tool and the opportunity to say, thank you, here's a follow up, here's a follow up, here's a follow up. give us feedback. How did it go?
Yeah, and I've seen not only one instance at the customer side where they have two CRMs, a collaborative CRM which is called HubSpot, which manages the collaboration part where HubSpot is really strong, and the commercial CRM which is integrated with ERP, which manage everything where HubSpot isn't there anymore, and they are synchronizing the companies and contacts and deals with a customer data platform.
Yeah.
So and Frankenstein is is born.
Is born.
Yeah.
You are fantastic, Mario, and I'm glad we are talking and focusing on customer experience because that's what HubSpot is all about, and that's what we continue to riff on and talk to each other about, and make sure that we understand. You are on Discord at Super HubSpot Mario. You're on
Yes.
LinkedIn, and you also started a new YouTube channel that we talked about last week. You
Yeah.
graciously jumped on and shared with us.
Yeah. More accidentally, but yeah, it was fine.
Graciously, in my words. How can people find you? Is the best way to head to LinkedIn?
Yeah, LinkedIn. So it's my main platform of communication there. But for all super HubSpot admins, Discord is fine. So I'm honest. I'm trying to figure out everything. So I'm not there. So but yeah. So direct message is something I figured out. So no problem
Love it.
there.
Direct message Mario. Just click on his profile, like you can see here on the screen, and you can send him a direct message. You know, could I? Well, I could, but I'm gonna not switch over. I'll throw this on though, as it loads. And I will continue to stress how much I love your header. It is one of the best. This is Mario.
There are T-shirts
What?
with this kind of. Yeah, I've ordered them because my one of
Medium right
of
here. Medium right here, man. Come on. How do we get these shirts?
Yeah, I can send some to you if you like. So it's no problem. So I've ordered them because customers also liked it and they wanted to have it. So with the Sprocket plus one up is number one.
Okay, well, I will say we can work out a deal or what have you. If you go to shop.hubspotsuperadmin.com, you'll be directed over to the shop. And right now we have a couple collections that you can choose from. We should feature the Mario shirt. People need the Mario shirt. You can go get your HubSpot Super Admin swag, like you see here. However, if there is this kind of swag from Mario, then I am in. Yes, please.
Perfect.
Check and check.
That's great.
Also, need to give just a big thank you and shout out to you, Mario, personally. Last week, as week 2 of the HubSpot Super Admin, I created an event for those of you listening on live stream in Discord, on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And I made an event, linked and tagged Mario, and said we're doing this. And then today we did it. Like that's about as much as there was. But the great thing is we are super admins and we have these things that we do day to day and then these ideas that come out. And this FinHub was really one of them. And so the great part is I can jump on a call with Mario and I can ask him questions and he has thoughts, mainly because there are motions he's doing as a super admin that just create this space that he sees. And so then we can talk about that space. And I feel like that's what we did today. So thank you very much, Mario, for sharing your mind with us.
Yeah, thank you, Grant, for all the kind of work you put into this community. I really like it. I find it great. I really searched for a place like this before. So how can I exchange my knowledge? How can I grow as a HubSpot admin or also as a community? So yes, thank you also from my side, and thank you for the time and the call. It
You're
was a
welcome.
pleasure.
Thank you, Nicole. Happy anniversary. Yeah, that is the FinHub. How do we end this with we should buy FinHub.com and someone go buy FinHub and start a platform and then sell it to HubSpot.
We should take bets if it will be announced on inbound.
Oh, inbound announcement. All right, I will.
Yeah.
I'm growing my hair out so I can donate it, so I'm not going to shave my head or anything, but.
Now it gets dangerous.
Yeah. All right, look in the Discord for the bets that Mario and I place against our wager for whether FinHub is coming to Inbound 2022.
Perfect.
All right, everyone. Happy Thursday from HubSpot Super Admin. Take care.